What's going on, guys? Today is August 30th of 2013. This is going to be my updated collection video. A lot of you guys are at G5 right now, the gathering, so I'm really jealous. So I'm just here kind of moping over my knives as you guys are all seeing the latest and greatest things from all the custom makers out there. So one of these days, hoping to be able to go out to the gathering. But in the meantime, I'll just do my collection video. And my last collection video was back in March, so it's been some time. Gotten a couple new things here and there, but for the most part it's, I think, stayed somewhat the same. So we'll see as it compares to the March video. So anyway, I'm going to start off with some of my cheaper things and then kind of go up. Actually, I'll start off with my EDC. So first off, for my keys, I got a Phoenix Phoenix LD01 light, great light. I got a Z dangler off the USN, straight from BRT Blade Works. It's really nice. I actually like carrying this on my belt loop, so it's very convenient, titanium. And then I've got a Conicom titanium pry bar right here that I anodized purple, and then I just carbonized the edges right there, so that's worked nicely. Keys, got a steel flame, little dog tag with the 1911 on there, so keys and whatnot. So that's that. Phone is just iPhone 5 in black, great phone. Yeah, so and then I'll show my pens later, but as I go through the EDC. But this is the Fellholter Tybolt decorated version. I love this pen. It's been great, serving me really well, so happy with it. And I think that's pretty much it for EDC. I got my wallet too. So just a really simple bifold Coach wallet right here. So I stick my cash in there. So very nice, very thin for the most part, so it's served me well as well. Alright, so going through the cheaper stuff. Here's the Sanran Moose 710. Very simple. I'm just going to open it up. I'm not going to really talk too much about the knife unless it really deserves being talked about. Boker Plus, the Marsh Mini Vanquish. This knife has smoothed out a little bit, but still not really that impressive. So 440C. I'll talk about the blade steel as well. Here's the CRKT Swindle from Ken Onion Designs. This is a pretty cool knife. This is the I don't know what the grooved version, I think is what they call it. Pocket clips actually works decently. This has got the Sandvik steel, so running on IKBS, very smooth knife. Okay, CRKT Swindle. And then here's the Quartermaster QTR4. This is the Murdoch that I just reviewed. So pretty decent blade, but very clunky as well. So, all right, and then here is a ProTech Runt. All right, and then I'll do my fixed blades as well. Right here you got the custom. This is the Kevin Wilkins Mini Thorn in Sandvik steel. This has got the titanium anodized grips on here, so pretty nice. I've got an old school Benchmade. This is the Snody Activator. This is actually a sprint run version with the carbon fiber and the silver twill. This is a really cool neck knife. This one's sporting S30V versus the normal D2. So very nice fixed blade. And then last fixed blade in my collection right now is the Les George VCP fixed with 3V steel, black DLC coating, PVD coating with the green G10 handles. Alright, so I'm going to go pretty much straight from left to right, and then I got a couple other ones to bring out and talk about as I go through the collection. I'll try to stay by brands if I can, but some of them are kind of mixed up in here. So this is my knife storage solution. So it's the Pelican 1520. Great case. It is a bit big, so I know a lot of you guys were using the Pelican 1500, which is slightly smaller, but I felt like this kind of suited my needs a little bit better. So anyway, starting off, here's the Spyderco Tenacious in all black. Got my name personalized on the other side, so my wife got this one for me over Christmas. So, and then I've got another Tenacious that I stonewashed. This is kind of the first one that I played with or tried to mod myself. This is actually the first knife that I ever got, so this is the one that started it all, the sickness. And then over here, got the Spyderco Techno, awesome small knife, CTS XHP steel on there. And then we've got a Paramilitary 2 with orange aluminum handles. This is a standard version with S30V. Over here we've got the Paramilitary 2 with the S35 sprint handles, but this one is actually sporting the CTS 20CP. Let's see if it'll focus right there. Yeah, so the 20CP steel, which is awesome. So equivalent to S90V steel. And then we have a Centifonte memory right here. It's got VG10 steel with blue anodized titanium, silver twill onlay scale. Pretty nice formal carry knife, should you use it in that way. Spyderco Yojimbo 2, S30V steel. And then Spyderco Titanium ATR. So this is the titanium compression lock, frame lock. This is a really cool knife in the collection. And then I believe the last Spyderco in my collection right now, if I'm not mistaken, is the titanium military. So this one's sporting the black blade on here with the black clip. Alright, getting into the Kershaws in my collection. So I only have two that I know of. So this is the Kershaw Blur with the carbon fiber inlays with the CPM 154 powder metallurgy steel. So this is a cool, this is a good knife for sure. And then due into my collection is the 3830. This is the Rexford injection China made blade, but this is actually an awesome budget knife. So if you guys are on a tight budget, you know, $30–40, this is a great knife. Not CPM, 8CR13 MOV China steel, but all in all, you know, G10 steel liners. I'm going to do a review on this one later on, but it's smoothed out quite a bit, flicks out very well if I can if I can do it here. But yeah, decorative pivots, just beautiful shape. I love this. Is a great budget knife. All right, then let's see. Oh, sorry, I do have one more Spyderco right here. My favorite Spyderco of all time, the Southern Flipper with CK Knife Works, Matt Christensen, carbon fiber scales here. CTS 204P. All right, so let's go to the Benchmades now. Here we go with the 586 Mini Barrage. This is a first run, our first production, 207 of 750 M390 steel versus the standard 154 CM. aluminum bolsters and G10 scales versus the standard Velox handles. So axis assist on here. Really cool EDC blade. Benchmade 760. This is the LFTI Lum Folding Tanto. I'm sorry, LFTI Lum Folder Titanium. That's what it stands for. CPM M4 blade steel, which is one of my favorite steels, I think, in terms of performance. It's done really well. And then got the Benchmade, my customized one that I modded myself with the black dyed G10, and then flipped a titanium clip to tip up carry and stone washed all the titanium. So this is the 755 MPR, the Cybert collaboration. Awesome knife. Here's the Benchmade 810 Contigo with the clear Cerakote. Stuck a USA Knife Makers titanium clip on there. So another CPM M4 blade steel, which is great. This 755's got M390 on there. And then let's see here, 790 Benchmade. This is D-assisted. Normally this would have the titanium nitrous assist torsion bars in there, but no need for that. Just look how smooth this knife is. Just flies out like a cannon. So S30 blade steel on here. This is the Matthew Lurch collaboration with the Butt Ugly clip. I can't stand that clip, but overall this is a good knife though. So 790 Sabrosa. And then the last Benchmade in the collection, I think, as I'm looking around, other than that fixed blade, here is the 860, gosh, what's this one called? Bedlam. So wicked Persian blade. This is the third one I've had in my collection. So, all right, what's next? I'll just do, here's my Hogue. This is one of the most underrated knives in my opinion. This is such a great blade. It's very smooth, button lock, Alan Lishowitz design. So I'm really contemplating whether I want to get the EX02 flipper. The only thing that's holding me back is the 154 CM. Not that it's bad, but yeah, that's a great example of a good blade. So forgot my Kershaw, the Kershaw Skyline. This is also a great budget knife to have in your collection. Again, if you're on a tight budget and whatnot. All right, next up we've got zero tolerances. So here's the 551 with the brick scales, LMAX, which apparently the verdict is that ZT's LMAX heat treat is pretty bad. So who knows? This has never been used. So kept it because it was a sprint run. Got two of these. I don't have the other one on video, but this is my modified 0560. Also LMAX steel, acid stonewash with heat treated, or I'm sorry, heat colored, heat anodized clip and lock bar stabilizer, blue titanium anodized on here. That's it for ZTs, I think. Here's a Boker Plus. This is the Rexford Epicenter collaboration. Don't know what to say about this knife. I love it, I hate it. VG10 blade steel, so you get a lot of bang for your buck for this knife, but you know, great design, Epicenter from Rexford. But standard Boker lock interface, lock geometry is pretty terrible. So, all right, what's up next? Emerson's got the Combat Karambit. This is a wicked blade. If I could learn how to do knife fighting, this would be an awesome one. What else we got here? Sorry. Emerson, my favorite Emerson of all time, CQC 13. Black DLC coat. I'm sorry, black Teflon coating, I think. And then we got the CQC 15. Also very great blade, recurve Tonto. Emerson just does beautiful designs for his blades, blade grinds, and then ergonomics on these knives are fantastic. For now, the Emerson Journeyman. I say for now because I'm going to be selling this one, or trying to sell this one. So if you guys are interested, let me know. This is a cool knife from Emerson, but just a little too simple for my taste in terms of Emerson's. Emerson Mini Roadhouse, pimped out with a steel flame Bushido clip, and then the Federal 45 bullet bead or bullet thumb disc. So this one also has been de-waved here. So this is also a great Emerson. Man, super ergonomic for sure. It feels great in the hand. So. And then last one is the Emerson CQC 12. This one has been modified in terms of a titanium scale from Bill Yester at USN. So it's a nice one. Alright, oh, and then one more. The Emerson Reese Wheel Po Boy 6 right here. So reground by Reese, and then scales are completely redone, new frame lock on here, green anodized USA Knife Makers clip on there for now. So this is a really cool blade too. Alright, next up, got a Lion Steel. This is the Lion Steel SR1D with Chad Nichols Iguana Damascus. Obviously it's an integral titanium handle, one piece of titanium with the Rotoblock lock bar stabilizer. So this is a really great blade, honestly, but for some reason never gets carried, doesn't quite appeal to me as much as some of my other knives. So alright, getting into some customs already, so I'm just going to go in order. This, oh man, this is so light. This is the Warren Thomas full titanium. This is the Model 2 with the carbon fiber lock bar over travel pivot thing. Carbonized chisel ground on one side. So there's Warren Thomas's logo. So this is a great blade. I bring this every time I'm by water. I got the Buck Mayo collaboration. Too poor. Well, actually, I'm not too poor, but haven't had the opportunity to get a full-out Mayo yet. So this is just having to hold me over. But great blade, for sure. Buck did a fantastic job with this collaboration. Alright, okay, let's just get up here. This is the Jeff Vandermeulen mini intro with TI bolsters and carbon fiber. Gigantic flipper here. I'm going to send this into Jeff to see if he might be able to do something there, but get a big blade for the size of this handle. Big Bowie style blade. You can watch my review on this one down the road. So there are a number of issues, not bad issues, and all things that Jeff will take care of once I send the knife in to him. And then over here we've got the Julius Shoop. This is the Hyperion SF2. Took that lock bar over travel because it's just not necessary. I don't like torque my lock bar to the point where it's going to over travel and whatnot. So big old thick chunk of carbon fiber, anodized blue lock bar or lock side, titanium S35. Sorry, I've been doing the blade steels there, but S35 blade steel on here. The Vandermeulen I think has either CPM 154 or, yeah, I'm actually not sure about that one. But Emerson's obviously are all 154 CM, and then, yeah, I said the rest of them, right? S30V for for the buck. Alright, so now we have got CRKs. We got a CRK small Sebenza, standard, well carried, S30V. No stamp. This one's got a stamp on here. This is the micarta small Sebenza with blue hardware, Insingo style blade. This is a fantastic option for EDC. Obviously the one that I compared everything to, the large Sebenza micarta inlays. This has got S35 VM blade steel with the Idaho stamp. Here's the Umnumzan Scotch Brighted finish on here, old pivot style blade, S30V, no stamp. This has got the Brad Southard backspacer on here too, which I think just adds so much to the knife, to the flavor and to the look of the knife. So this is one of my favorite EDCs of all time. And then got a large regular Sebenza, plain Jane Sebenza with the more aggressive style blade, S30V. I think this was back in 2005 if I'm not mistaken. Here's the Triple Aught Design Production Dauntless, titanium. The Dauntless is awesome. Such an awesome, well-designed blade by Patrick Ma. I did put the per Gen Crate Trevor's suggestion and example, you know, the MPR pocket clip. So yeah, I don't think you can get these anymore from Benchmade, or you can get the steel version, but this is the TI version, so it does give it a little bit of a Shane Seibert flavor on this Dauntless. So overall, a great knife, very smooth. Great EDC option. Alright, Striders. This is a Strider S&G CC with Ranger Green, standard S30V blade steel. This is the full flat ground side. So obviously this one is well used. Then you got the Strider with PD1 blade steel with the 3/4 grind, Coyote Brown blade with the Peak Gray lock bar stabilizer, flame finish on here. Also, this is probably one of my favorite carries. And then this is the TAD SMF CC version with the Digicam black. There's a triple fullers. This is a beautiful blade, and this is one of the smoothest Striders I've ever owned. So this one's got the dagger grind. You can see the 3/4 hollow grind right here, and then the top swedge. So, awesome blade. Hinder's XM24. This one's got the frag scale, frag titanium scale that's been blue anodized. It's actually got the extra TI liner with blue standoffs, standard hardware here. I'll probably anodize these one of these days, but this one is featuring the CTS XHP blade steel. I don't know if you can see it there. There you go. So, rock solid knife, very smooth flipper. This is my XM24 non-flipper with black G10 blade steel. This has got a working finish on it, not from Hinder. It actually was bead blasted and I stone washed it for a while, polished the edge. This one's got the blue anodized handle from Hinder with the silver hardware. I think that's actually an aftermarket. I'm not sure if it's a Peak Gray lock bar stabilizer, but it's polished different from the standard Hinderer lock bar stabilizer that you see here. So this one is a pretty heavy user. This one, man, just one of the smoothest Hinderers I've ever seen or felt. This one's got the grind regrind. Probably, I would say, better than any custom grind from Hinder himself. Flips out ridiculous. Lockup is solid as rock. No side to side, up and down. Flips out amazingly. Right now I'm sporting the carbon fiber, smooth carbon fiber handle or scale. Normally I would have either the frag titanium or the yeah, actually just the frag titanium scale. I have the normal textured handle titanium for both the 24 and the 18. We got the Pohan Liu bluefin flipper. This one's got the Scandi grind on here and the textured cross patterned titanium or milled pattern on here. So this is a pretty beastly knife actually. Very thin, but very solid for sure. Flips out like crazy. So, all right. And then here's my Microtech Select Fire. It's got S35 VN. This blue Pohan has S35. These two, the XM24 non-flipper and the XM18 has got 20 CV on here. And I think I said this one's got PD1, the Lego Strider, and then this one's got S30V blade steel with the TAD. Alright, yeah, S35 VN Select Fire with the satin finish. So this is a cool knife, very funky, very ergonomic for sure. I forgot my this is the Zero Tolerance 801, 0801. I modified this one myself, did a gold bronze anodization on here, and kept the black hardware, both sides. Got the Yester 5, Bill Yester titanium clip on here. So really, man, I actually really like this knife now. So despite the edge performance that I experienced myself and that John showed on his video, J Davis 882, yeah, but overall I still like this knife as a carry, as a flipper. I think it's a very handsome knife. So this is obviously modeled after the Rexford Singularity. So did the acid stonewash on this blade as well. Mirror polished that edge. So it does cut nicely, but just doesn't last that long. So, but good knife overall. Les George VCP version 1. It's not stonewash, just well used. So you obviously see all the snail trails on there. Very smooth knife. Man, this is great EDC option. If you guys get a chance to get one, definitely snag one up, because I heard that yeah, I heard this a while ago, but that Les isn't making these knives anymore. So Midtech from Les George. Now pretty much into customs outside of maybe one. Oh, sorry, here's my Strider SJ75. It's hard to keep track of all these, but with the flamed handle, black G10, and the tiger stripe. So I like this version more than the plain version. Just gives it a little more character. So this is a great option for EDC. Thin blade stock. Sorry, let me get into these really quick. It's kind of my beater customs. This is the Shing Dreadnought with D2 blade steel. I've modified this. I've really cut down this. I really want to make a choil here. Before it had a hook pattern. If you looked at or watched my Shing Dreadnought review video, it had a large hook on the end before here. So I've been sanding away at this. I don't have any machines or any tools that can really do a good job on this, but I did anodize the handle. So this used to be all silver before, and I've completely this was a total project knife. Playing around with this a lot, so never really carry it, but yeah, it is what it is. It's a pretty good knife. It's a very solid knife. Then here we've got the Reese Wheel, and also anodized the scales to this kind of turquoise-ish blue. Hawkbill, karambit, obviously. So Reese Wheel in the Raven, I believe is what it's called. So karambit style custom knife. And then, man, this video is getting long. Here we have the Jeremy Robertson Calavera Cutlery. This is the El Patron. This is also, I believe, first version. This is the larger version of the CPM 3V blade steel. It's got the this clip, which I think is much better looking than the Emerson style clip that he has on his newer ones. So This is a great hard use blade. Steve Kelly collision with lightning strike carbon fiber, flips out like a dream. Recurve Tanto, very unique recurve Tanto, which I like. So this knife really grew on me. Fantastic knife. Steve Kelly, I want to get more knives from him. Kirby Lambert, the War. So I just put out my review on the War with the tan G10. So now this is blackened G10 with the silver twill silver twill bolsters, and yeah, and then the liners, I anodized the liners blue, and the spacers are now green. So gives it a lot of character. I like it a lot more the way it's looking. So not knocking Kirby's work at all. I mean, Kirby's work is genius, but yeah, I definitely like the way that this one looks now. Since I'm in the Kirby Lambert, here's my other Kirby Lambert. So Jim just did a review on his Orion MGT. So this is my Orion MGT with titanium scales, flamed hardware, lightning strike carbon fiber scales. So that blade grind is just amazing. And like you said, this one is super sharp. One of the smoothest knives definitely out there. Alright, what else we got here? Here's my Microtech SOCOM Deltas. This is the production model with CTS 204P blade steel. This is probably one of my favorite production knives of all time. So I had to get his richer brother, the SOCOM Delta Custom with distressed beta titanium and Anthony Marfione's amazing grinds. The hand rub finish. This is just an amazing example of how to grind a blade. So he is a master at his work. There you see the custom markings of the dagger and Marfione's name, SOCOM Delta. So this is, yeah, by far one of my grail knives. Derek Monroe, this is the Revenant friction folder. This is a titanium blade with brown G10. It's a pretty cool knife, a little small. Not a huge fan of friction folders in general, but very good execution by Derek Monroe. This is pretty much the only way I can get into a Monroe, but it is what it is. And then here's the Shamus author, Jim Harrison. So this is a cool one. I really like this as a small EDC or formal carry blade. Great option. I think this one is S35 VN steel, running on IKBS. So this little guy running on IKBS makes it super smooth, like ridiculously smooth. Alright, and then here we go with the Direware. This is the version, I think this is V2, not positive, maybe an early version of V2 or a late version of V1. Carbon fiber blade steel, S35 VN blade steel. It's got it does have the older markings of Direware that Eric uses, so pretty cool. Thick, just thick frame lock. Just the sound that this one makes is crazy. So amazing blade grinds that Eric does. Alright, then I've got the Michael Raymond Estrela. So this is the no pocket clip version. So crazy smooth and beautiful blade. So just flawless in construction. So Michael Raymond is also a genius at his craft. Jay Kobach, A10. It's the one that he made personally for me. This one's got the Verse Galatians 220 on here, if you can see it. There you go. So yeah, the A10 and its bigger brother, the A15. together. So same clothing with the bronze titanium carbon fiber inlays. Alright, and let's see here. John W. Smith. This is the F5 flipper. This is also just another example of perfection in a knife. Just beautiful fit and finish. S35 hand rub blade steel, recurve, titanium, bronze titanium bolsters and hardware, or not, I don't know the hardware, but the liners. Lightning strike carbon fiber scales on here. So this is an awesome, awesome knife. And then finally my two bodegas. This is the Black G10 bodega. That is my EDC. Pretty much no other knife has knocked this one out as an EDC. This is a perfect knife in my opinion. And then his souped up brother, the Lightning Strike carbon fiber version. So this one is pristine and this one is a user. So just used this last week, cutting up some chicken, and teriyaki chicken is all gunked up in the folders right there, so I had to clean that out. But this, as a user, this is such an amazing knife. So two Todd Big bodegas kind of rounds out the collection. I think the last thing is just my pens. So I've got the Benchmade 1101 aluminum standard tactical pen. And then I've got the Matt Martin tactical pen with carbon fiber and titanium. And then the last one outside of the fell holder is the modular extreme duty pen from Hinder. This one is in titanium as well. Oh, I forgot my illegal knife, the Ultratech. Sorry about that. The Microtech Ultratech. So double spear, double bladed on both sides. So this is also a sweet knife for sure. So alright guys, that is it. I think hopefully I covered everything in my collection. I didn't. I forgot one last one. The Cold Steel Raja 2. How could I forget this guy? So there you go. OS 8 blade steel to round it all out. Thank you very much. Grivery grips, Andrew Demko design. So yeah, finish it out with a cheap bang right there. Alright, so that's it. Sorry I keep knocking the camera now. Sorry for the extremely long video. But there it is, my Pelican 1520 collection of all my knives. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment and subscribe down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for all your subscriptions and your comments. It really brightens up my day every time I just have some dialogue at the end of all these videos. Alright man, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next vid. Bye.